Being a father is like being a detective, a doctor, and a marathon runner at the same time. The things your kids do will surprise you, no matter how ready you think you are. The other day, I was walking home with my son when he suddenly ran in a random direction. No warning, no context, he just waltzed out there. But you know what's even stranger? I think the last words I heard him say were, "Oh my God, it's a Wooper!" Before I had the chance to process that, I remembered all the creepy people kidnapping children and stuff, so I freaked out and ran after him. Now, I was chasing my son, and my son was chasing a supposed Wooper that somehow lived in the woods next to our house. He was surprisingly fast, but after a few minutes that felt like an eternity, I found him. He was just standing there, looking at something. But that something wasn't a Wooper. It was actually just a raccoon. I looked at my son, and he was on the verge of crying. "That's not a Wooper," he said. And just as I was about to explain the difference between the fictional Pokemon world and real life, "If it's the Wooper you want, I can show you." I have never seen this person in my life. I know where all the Woopers spawn, and I can tell you, for a price that is. And before I had the chance to answer, my son rushed in and yelled, "How much?" Wait, are we suddenly negotiating with a complete stranger on the actual spawn point of a Wooper? I can find him, track him down, locate his whereabouts, even take care of him if you catch my drift. Whoa, man, don't go out and murder Wooper, just tell us where it spawns. Well, I have no use for your money. My price is no less than 2 Popeye's biscuits. I looked at my son, and he looked at me, and I was like, what the heck? Let's go to Popeye's. 2 biscuits, please. Like with meals? No, just the biscuits. I don't know why the workers seemed so confused. People like biscuits on their own. At least this stranger does. Speaking of this stranger, let's just call him Drumstick from now on. I gave the biscuits to Drumstick, and he proceeded to devour them like an animal. It was like watching the Cookie Monster, but with biscuits instead. I mean, he didn't even have a drink with them. Who eats dry biscuits like that? It's just so savage. Drumstick was done in 3 seconds, and he said, "Follow me." So we went through the city streets, but then there was a detour, so we had to go through the forest. But then there was another detour, so we walked some more. And finally, there was a big mountain with a strange castle on top. "We are here," said Drumstick. We glanced at each other and stepped over to the gate. And that's when we saw the guards blocking our way. But it wasn't just any guards. It was Sir Quagsire and Sir Clodsire. And they said in order to let us go through, we had to give them the password. Uh-oh, I ain't sharing my password with strangers, even if they are cute and cuddly Pokemon. But then the guards explained that it's just a special code word to enter the castle. Drumstick apparently knew the password because I saw him approaching the guards and whispering something with embarrassment. "Boom bum bleep boo." "I can't hear you," said Sir Quagsire. "Blue boo bum blah." "Still can't hear you," said Sir Clodsire. "It's poopy butt. There. That loud enough?" "You may proceed." So we all walked through a hallway with big windows and hanging flags until we came to a big room, and we couldn't believe our eyes. There he was, sitting on the throne, King Wooper himself. We actually did it. We found the almighty Wooper spawn point. I turned around to thank Drumstick, only to realize he had vanished, like completely disappeared. I didn't even see him leave. Meanwhile, my son was telling Wooper that it's the coolest Pokemon ever, and to my surprise, inviting him to come home with us. Shockingly, Wooper agreed, and so began the most amazing week. Wooper stayed with us every day. We had breakfast together and just talked about life. He came along when I drove my son to school, and he even stayed up with us, telling scary stories every night. Other things happened, but that's not important. We even watched some Netflix shows together. The week just flew by, but then we woke up one day to a knocking on the door. It was Sir Quagsire and Sir Clodsire. They asked Wooper to return with them. And so, just as Wooper appeared in our lives, he was quietly gone. But we weren't sad, because we now know where to find Wooper anytime we want. I miss Drumstick.